Did you know that adversity can strengthen your faith? James chapter 1 and verse 3 says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith works patience. The word patience refers to a heroic endurance, a spiritual toughness, an unwavering perseverance. God often uses adversity to strengthen our faith, but if our faith is going to be strengthened, then we must persevere under adversity. I read recently a story that illustrates perseverance. A few years ago, a commuter flight left Portland, Maine to Boston, Massachusetts. The pilot, Henry Dempsey, heard an unusual noise at the back of the plane. He turned the controls over to his co-pilot and went back to investigate. As he reached the tail section, the plane hit an air pocket. Dempsey was tossed against the rear door, and he quickly discovered the source of the mysterious noise. The rear door had not been properly latched prior to takeoff, and it flew open. He was instantly sucked out of the airplane. The co-pilot, seeing the red light that indicated an open door, radioed the nearest airport, requesting permission to make an emergency landing. He reported that the pilot had fallen out of the plane and requested a helicopter search of that area of the ocean. After the plane landed, they found Henry Dempsey holding on to the outside ladder of the aircraft. Somehow, he had caught the ladder, held on for 10 minutes as the plane flew 200 miles an hour at 4,000 feet. Then at the landing, he kept his head from hitting the runway. It took the airport personnel several minutes to pry Dempsey's fingers from the ladder, as you could well imagine. But you see, that's perseverance. It is holding on and it is not giving up in the midst of your adversity. It is you enduring and not compromising or caving in or giving in during your times of difficulty. And every time we endure adversity, God richly blesses us. In fact, James tells us in chapter 1 and verse 4, he says, let patience have her perfect work, that you might be mature and entire and wanting nothing. In other words, our perseverance in faith brings the wonderful blessings of God. Maybe you're in the midst of a difficult situation right now. Maybe you're worried about your financial situation or you're struggling with a health issue. No matter how long or how hard that road, don't give up, don't give in, don't compromise your biblical principles or your Christian values, because not only will God give you the strength to endure, but your endurance will bring God's blessings. I read recently a page from the journal of John Wesley, the founder of the Methodist Church. And if anybody knew the blessings of perseverance, he did. His journal reads this way, on Sunday a.m. on May the 5th. He said, I preached at St. Anne's, was asked not to come back anymore. That evening he preached at St. John's. The deacon said, get out and stay out. On May the 12th in the a.m. service, he preached at St. Jude's. He said, can't go back there either. In the evening, he preached at St. George. He said, kicked out again. The next Sunday morning, he preached at St. Somebody Else's. The deacons called a special meeting and said, I cannot return. That evening, he preached upon the street, and he was kicked off the street. The next Sunday morning, he preached out in a meadow. He was chased out of the meadow, and a bull was turned loose during the service. The next Sunday morning, he preached out on the edge of town, and he was kicked off the highway. But that evening, he preached in a pasture, and 10,000 people came to hear the word of God. You see, friends, adversity produces perseverance in faith, and perseverance in faith always brings the blessings of God. And my prayer for you is this. May the Spirit of God take the Word of God and change you with it today.